Let's see how interesting this is going to be. Hello folks, so welcome to today's video. I'm in Pasay. I'm currently in my Airbnb, standing outside here on the balcony with a view over Manila Bay in the distance over there. There's a street that runs right beside us with an intersection to our right. I believe that's another city over there. Is that Makati? Yes, that is Makati in the distance. And over here to the left is Manila Bay, where some land reclamation is taking place for the new city that's going to be built up over there. But anyway, if you haven't seen a previous video, I'm doing a small little series where I try and live in every city here in Metro Manila and show you what it's like to live in these places. Let me give you a tour of my Airbnb where I'm staying. Well, we'll step into the bedroom first. See, the balcony is connected to the bedroom. Now, I got this Airbnb at 2k pesos per night, which is around about 34 USD, which is not too bad. But the size of it, it's quite compact. I think it's in the area of around about 24 square meters, but it's perfect for myself. If there were two people here, it might be a little bit cramped, but because I'm alone, it's just fine. Anyway, let me show you around this very stylish, modern looking Airbnb in one of these Shore residences. I think this is Shore 2, Tower 1, something like that. We've got a double-sized bed frame here with a very comfy mattress. I slept in this last night. We've got a set of windows there and another set of windows here along with the balcony and the balcony door that let in plenty of light into this room. The air conditioning from Carrier is positioned on the wall there with a few blackout blinds as such. But this air conditioning actually powers or cools the entire unit. It kind of blows my mind that that is capable of cooling the whole unit. And then to my left, we have, ooh, the sun is radiating. How beautiful is that? And then to my left, we have a wardrobe where I've put my suitcase inside. We've got a small little desk here with your vanity mirror on the right. This unit is a corner unit, so we do have a view over Manila Bay over there in the distance. Actually, that's Manila Bay, but this is also an ocean view here. And then there's this river that flows through here. That is not the Pasay River, but it's something. So yeah, it's a nice view. And we'll now step out onto this living space. This is kind of like a studio because it has this sliding door, I guess. It's not really, it doesn't really have that sort of one bedroom feel. But yeah, that opens and closes, so you can separate the bedroom from the living space. And the living space, the way it's been designed, is very, very neat. So there's a decent sofa here, which I believe might be also a sofa bed if you click this down. Yes, I think it is, because look, that moves. So it might turn into a bed too. So actually you might be able to have 4 people in here, but I wouldn't do that. I like having this small little space, which I think is around about 24 square meters to myself. There's a dining table there with 2 really nice comfortable chairs, but I actually use this dining table as a little workspace. I love how they've mounted the TV onto the wall and added this backdrop, which gives it a really contemporary feel, as well as saves a lot of space. I mean, there's a lot of detail that's been added to this 3 by 3 meter space. It's quite impressive. I kind of messed up that I didn't book this unit for more nights. I only booked it for 2 nights, and when I booked it, all the other nights were pretty much free. But when I checked it last night, it looks like the calendar is blocked up for the next 3, 4, 5 days. So I'm gonna have to check out tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stay in Pasay or if I'm gonna go to the next neighboring city, which is Manila, just in front of us over there. But I'm gonna pop this aircon back on because it's getting a little warm. This is the kitchen area here. We've got a fridge here and freezer. We've got a sink here that doesn't work. I don't know why. I think they've turned the water off for whatever reason. A rice maker and a number of cabinets, as well as a stove to do a bit of cooking on. But unfortunately, there is no washing machine here, which is a bit of a shame. I was planning to do my laundry here, but I can't. And so I'm gonna have to try and find a laundrette, or maybe save my dirty laundry for the next unit I move to. Through here is the bathroom. Again, a pretty nice stylish bathroom. I love this pendant light that they've added, as well as this very modern mirror here. Then we've got a shower through here with a British brand electric water heater. Yes. Now that I've shown you the unit, I'm gonna head downstairs where I need to find myself something to eat. Let's take a quick look at the amenities before I find a restaurant. All the amenities for these towers seem to be located on the second floor. There's a lounge pool in the middle here too. And then once again, another lap pool, I believe, just over there. And then the gym, this is it here. Oh. You know, from having arrived yesterday, I've noticed that there's a lot of Chinese residents in these shore residences here. I think there's three main complexes in general, but they're all interconnected. And at the base of every tower are restaurants, in particular Chinese restaurants, some coffee shops, a laundromat. I'm actually heading to a coffee shop right now. Some of you might know it. Woo! That's pretty convenient. Now, from the research I've done online, to get a unit in this particular residence, the monthly rental rate is between 20 and 30,000 pesos per month. But to get a unit like mine that I'm renting off Airbnb, which is fully furnished, really nicely done, I think you're probably going to be looking at around about 35k pesos. There is currently a 2-bedroom unit that I'm looking at, which is done fairly well. It's not as good as the Airbnb that I'm staying in, but they're asking for 45,000 pesos. That has a balcony and it's a 2-bed. Now, one of the major selling points for these residences from SMDC is its close proximity to Mall of Asia. I believe it's somewhere between a 3 to 5 minute walk from the biggest mall in the Philippines, which I'm going to attempt to walk to from here. But the pavements around the shore residences certainly are wider than what you see in Makati. I wonder if this area is all like that near Mall of Asia. It's very open, very wide, lots of lanes, and the condos are back there in that direction. And look, you can hop in a jeepney to go to Mall of Asia, but we're not doing that. But there's just nothing in between the residences and Mall of Asia. It's just roads, really big, wide roads. And this over here actually reminds me of Ayala Triangle Gardens, I think, something like that. Can cross na, sir? Okay. Hello po. What is this building? What is this building?
For Ecom building.
Oh, what's that?
For Ecom building.
Oh, Ecom building?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then
Where
you have
going?
Amazon behind, right? I'm going to Mall of Asia. How do I go there?
This way.
This way,
Mall
yeah?
of Asia.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Paul. Oh, we made it to Mall of Asia. This is it. Took about 10 minutes to walk. I think we're around the back of it. All right, I'm at Mall of Asia. It's not like I've never been here before. I've been here multiple times. What do I do here? I'm not really sure. I want to find something to eat. You see, the food options you get here at Mall of Asia are pretty much similar to what you get in BGC. Just to my left, we've got Tim Ho Wan. To my right, we've got this ice cream shop that you can get in one Bonifacio High Street Mall. So there's not a whole lot difference in terms of what there is to eat here. I think maybe Mall of Asia might have a few additional restaurants and franchises that BGC might be lacking. Now, the bay by Mall of Asia is a great place to hang out, and I can't believe it's within walking distance of where I'm staying. I could never do this from BGC. It would take too long, maybe 2 hours. And I'm just walking past a few food stalls that are lined along here, selling kway kway and other street food. Oh my god, look at this. If you come at a time like this, look how long this, what happened? That's just very beautiful, right? Nice to go along for like a little jog, a little run. Usually this area is a lot busier than today. It's usually rammed with people. Maybe there'll be a bigger turnout when it approaches later on during the evening, maybe sunset. But you can see the land reclamation taking place here. Look at that, oh my goodness. There's a boat right now, as we speak, just pumping tons of earth to build up this land right off the coast of SM Bay. Was this part of Mall of Asia always under construction? Because I think the last time I was here, I don't recall there being significant construction work going on, but I can hear it. You can hear it probably too. And it looks like that area is going through some major renovation or development. I think they knocked the whole structure down and rebuilt it from the looks of it. And then just next door is the Conrad building, where you can get some nice dinner or lunch. You know, earlier today it was really cloudy, but the weather seems to have improved very drastically. It's nice and hot out again. Woohoo! I was thinking it might rain today. There's something here called Ride the Wave, and you can go on a boat ride for 200 pesos per head, which I think I might do. Hi ma'am, where do I buy a ticket?
There, sir.
And where does this boat go to?
Where?
Yeah.
To Hada. And then back here.
And then back. Okay. Alright. 20-minute ride. Okay. Let's do it. Hello, Paul. Can I get a ticket?
How many?
Just one. Thank you, ma'am.
Hi.
Hello, how do you do?
Good, right, sir?
How's it going?
Sign your name and your address and phone
Okay.
number.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Wow, I don't think I'll be doing this in today's video. Going on a 20-minute boat ride along Mall of Asia. I didn't even know there was such a excursion activity that you could do here. But that cost me 200 pesos, as I mentioned earlier. This is the boat that we're going to be getting on. I'm probably going to have to put a life jacket on. And yeah, this is like a little nice side mission. Hello? Just go inside, yeah? Okay.
What's your name?
All right. Uh-huh. All right, I'm gonna take a seat here. I'm not sure when the boat is gonna depart, but this should be pretty fun. I don't know whether this has anything to do with the main title of this video, but I guess it's something you could do when you're living nearby. Okay, we've set off. Let's see how interesting this is gonna be. Coming up, we have both Soler and Okada in the distance. I think that's where we're going to go to make a U-turn and then go back. It's quite leisurely though. It's not very rocky. The speed at which this boat is moving is probably somewhere in the region of about 10 miles per hour. Right beside Okada are quite a few condominium buildings. Some that look like they've just turned over recently, others a little older, and some that are still ongoing construction. And what's nice is these condos are right by the bay, so you have that ocean view. And the land reclamation project, I don't think will stretch this far out. It's back over there in that direction, so the views still remain unhindered. And look at it. I'm not sure if this is part of Pasay or if this is actually now Parañaque. I think this is Parañaque, because Parañaque is where the gaming industry is based. And it's right next to the airport too, so I wonder if you can hear low-flying planes coming into an AIA. But look at the view of Okada right now. Okay, that was the Sunset River Cruise along Moa. That was pretty nice. Laps around about 20 minutes, as they said. We got some great views over the Conrad, the Ferris wheel, as well as Okada. Yeah, highly recommend. If you're planning to come to Mall of Asia, maybe it's like a nice thing to do on a date. It's quite a romantic little boat ride. Now, although we've spent most of our time hanging around in Mall of Asia in today's video here in Pasay, there's quite a few more things in this city of Metro Manila. There's obviously Newport's Resorts that's connected to the airport, to which the airport is also in Pasay. There's Star City up ahead, as well as IKEA, which is connected to Mall of Asia. Also, the bus terminal Partas, which takes you to like the north and beyond, like Ilocos region, is also located in Pasay. So there's quite a few things here, and if you like the hustle and bustle from a night market, etc., there's also Baclaran Market too. But unfortunately, I just don't have time to show you everything that Pasay has to offer. And where I'm currently staying inshore to Tower 1 residences. Mall of Asia is your closest convenient thing to walk to. But if you want to get to other places, you're most likely going to have to take a Grab or a Joyride. What's also convenient about Pasay is it's right in the middle between Manila and Parañaque. So if you want to go to Manila and visit Intramuros and go to Binondo and try some street food there, you can. Or alternatively, if you want to go do a little bit of gambling, there's Parañaque with Okada and Soler right next to it. Also, neighboring it is the city of Makati and Taguig. Can you believe this very street that I'm walking along is the same street that we took from the Condo to Mall of Asia? But it looks very different now because at night all the ambient lightings on the buildings have now lit up and it looks very, very different. It almost feels like a gaming city similar to Parañaque, right? But all of these buildings here, etc., they're all office towers, maybe dedicated to call centers. And where the condo is located, we just got to take a right at this intersection and cross this main road. Yes, it's pretty close. Mall of Asia is just back over there. Well, after about a 5-minute walk, I would say, we've already made it back to the Shore Residence complex. So it really is quite an easy walk. Can be a little bit challenging if the sun is beaming down on you, like it was earlier today. You might work up a little bit of a sweat, but it's not too bad. I would say it's the equivalent of walking from maybe uptown to the high street. It's that sort of distance, but what increases the distance is that you have to kind of go around and over to Mall of Asia, because if it was just a straight line it would be like a 2 or 3 minute walk. Well folks, I want to give you my thoughts and impressions on this area from having seen it for the last 24 hours. This area where Shore Residence is, this whole complex, feels like a huge university campus full of students. I'm not sure if there is much more to see in the city, but I haven't got a lot of time to be able to explore every corner. But I think for most foreigners or for most people looking to move to area Pasay, this is probably the most appealing area to live in. Well, for now folks, I'm going to wrap up today's video here. Hello, how'd you do? If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like today's video and share it with friends and family. I will see you in the next video here on the channel. Many thanks for watching guys, take care and bye for now.